Hi, and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber's Member Connection. I'm the President, Eric Knowles, but before we get started, a word from one of our supporters. Hi, and welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber's Member Connection. I am Eric Knowles, and yeah, I'm excited. You know, talking to people, businessmen and women who build and grow businesses is a very exciting thing. And today, I have Doreen and Donald Mincey of Quality, South Florida Quality Cleaning LLC. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for
Ladies
having
and
us.
gentlemen.
Thank
Ladies and
you.
gentlemen, how are you?
Doing
We're
great.
Doing
Thanks,
great.
sir.
It's so nice to have you guys here. You guys, I know when we first met on Zoom, because we all been Zooming since the pandemic started, and on Tuesdays at 4:00. And I know you all were telling the story on how you met. So I want to hear about you all a little bit before we get into your business.
Okay. Okay. I'm Doreen Mincey, and my husband, Donald Mincey. Okay. My son, he was here from Jamaica on vacation, and he was staying at my sister's in Broward.
Okay.
So I was going up there on Sundays to take stuff for him, and then when coming back down from Broward, I met Donald, and I went over to him at the train station, and I asked him, "Do you know what train goes to down south?" And he said, "Yes." So we're there waiting on the train, and he told me. So I sit there waiting, and then when I reached, he said to me that, "Do you have somebody to pick you up to take you home?" So I said,
Oh, it was one of those smooth moves.
"Well, those smooth, yeah." So I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna call Gina because Gina's supposed to come and pick me up back." So and then it goes from there.
Okay, so the rest is history.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he gave you a ride.
No, he gave
Oh,
me
he
his,
no-
he gave me
Oh, he
his
did? Okay,
number.
he did give you the
And
gave the offer.
Yeah, I gave the offer for someone to come and pick me up, and I said, "No, I'm fine. I
Right.
have somebody to take me home." So he asked me for my number, and I give it to him. So he called me to make sure I reach home safe and whatever.
Okay.
You know.
So Donald, that's how it went.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. I was because I knew the buses stopped running. It was late in the evening, and so I have an aunt lived down there, and I could have asked. I have relatives on that end.
Right.
I was primarily in the northwest section, so and I knew she wasn't going to make it home through bus, so I offered, but I still was concerned about it,
Right.
And
So that concern grew into
a courtship.
a courtship.
It grew into a courtship.
And a marriage.
It eventually came about a marriage.
But that marriage took on another twist, and that's why we're here today to talk about that twist. And that twist is South Florida Quality Cleaning LLC. So how did that come about?
In April of 2015, I was working for Detox, and I was a janitor there. and I got hurt on the job, and I was prescribed light duty, and it was like, we don't have any light duty to do like in your capacity, like y'all the only ones that clean here.
Right.
And I had a partner, so they sent me home, and I started working through these apps, and my wife, she was already taking care of a family. She was doing like the live-in maid work. She was already cleaning,
Right.
and so she would follow me to jobs. And then the thing of it is, people were amazed at the difference with our cleaning and the people who was just jumping on the apps coming in. All you need is a mop bucket and a rag. You can go work for these apps.
Really?
But yeah, and they was just trying to build up their client, the employees, that so they can make money off our backs. So we do the work and they take the cut
Right.
through the apps.
So let's go. Tell me about this app thing.
Well, they got a lot of cleaning apps and
Okay.
websites that'll give just about anybody. They'll run a background check on you and tell you need a vacuum cleaner, a mop, and some rags and some cleaning products. And anybody could just go and sign up, pass the background check, and they'll show up at your home. You need your home clean. You call them up. You put your credit card information in, and anybody, man, woman, or teenager could show up and clean your house. And most people are very unsatisfied with the people that came.
Wow.
So we began to see a difference in the way. I'm already doing janitorial work, and she's taking care of a whole family. So she's got some skills. We came in the game with skills, and people, they started to say, do you clean outside of the app? Do you clean outside of the website?
Right.
And we was like, sure, but we don't want to pay for this. We don't want to take that same money. We want to enable.
Right. Absolutely.
So we really got kind of ushered in through the difference we made with the cleaning. And I think along the way, somebody said the difference is y'all offer quality cleaning. And we was like, you know what?
Yeah.
We need to name that our business.
A bell went off.
We need to pitch that.
Right.
That we offer quality cleaning, and then so we can even ask for a little bit more money, and they were willing to pay it. And then during the pandemic, the pandemic hit, and we were sitting home, and I think people, through family and stuff, and we seen everybody started to try to make work. And somebody said, well, why don't do you all have a business like an LLC or something? I was like, no. We didn't do that. We just been working through the websites. It's like, why don't you get an LLC?
Right.
And we formed it, and we got the paperwork. We got it in stone, and we got shirts, flyers, cards, and we started getting word of mouth business. And meeting you all has been a tremendous blessing because of the opportunities that are out there and available through the chamber, through that meetup on Tuesdays.
But I want you to talk about that a little bit. Because like I said, I remember meeting you all on the Chambers meetup on Tuesdays. And I remember you telling the story. You didn't go quite as deep as you went today.
Quite as deep.
But I just found it so interesting. But like you said, what has the Chamber? What is the difference, or how has it helped you?
Well, the main way the Chamber has helped us, it has made us think more business minded.
Okay.
And it has let us know that there's growth and opportunity, and like, so when you small business, and I'm thinking hundreds of thousands. No, it's like, no, you're thinking too small. Small businesses in the millions, and they got different tiers
of small business.
Oh, and I'm hearing this, and I'm like, yeah, we
could be a small business and making over $200 million a year.
And I didn't know that. Y'all give a lot of information and educate us on things, and then the opportunities that the Chamber go out and bring back on that meetup. And the connections because everybody is bringing, it's the energy that people bring on that platform and present you all with. And just yesterday, they was talking about you all have found somebody that is willing to give us an opportunity to get into real estate, give grants for that. I was like, so right now, when this is over, when my day is over from work, I'm going home and I'm going to file for that. I just learned about it yesterday at 4 when we was out doing some stuff. And that is the big, that blew my mind. It's like the cleaning, because we want to take the cleaning business into Airbnbs because we clean a lot of those.
Right.
And we want to imagine owning the building. So we can actually get the rent money and the cleaning money. So this is an opportunity so we can be set up for the future for our children. And I don't know anybody who knows this information. And I'm so grateful for the Chamber.
Well, the thing about it, as we always say, and I use this analogy, it's one thing to join a chamber or an organization, and there are many chambers, that are here throughout the United States, throughout the world. Chambers are engaged with businesses, and the one thing I always say, it's one thing to join, but it's about being engaged. And that's the one thing you all have been. You have been engaged. And the analogy that I use is like people will join a gym. They have those New Year's resolutions. I'm going to join the gym. I'm going to work out. And they may go once or twice and then never show up again. Or, and they expect something to happen. Something doesn't happen when you go the first time, the second time. It may take 3 or 4 times or more for you to see that change to start. And it's even the same thing with running a business. You know that.
Oh, yes.
So we'll talk about that, growing your business.
Okay, so I think that one of the things that has led us to because everybody can have aspirations to grow, but the biggest thing it is when you show up a clear-cut path. And so Mr. Matthew, his technical support that he offers, that has been the most challenging thing, because we thought we was good with a number where we can just pay our bills and save some money. And he was like, no, you have to be able to make enough money to do vacation, to make investments. Like, y'all need to be like investing, not just saving, take your money, put it in stocks. And he, like a world we never knew. So with those type of things, we looked at it and said, wait a minute, where we thought we were comfortable, we so far from being comfortable, because we're gonna grow, we're gonna age, we're gonna grow older, and we got to think about retirement. So he's challenged us on every aspect where your business should take care of you and provide for you all the things that are meaningful for life. And I never looked at it like that. I was just trying to pay bills, but He was like, no, being a business owner, it needs to just really enrich your life. And
even from the perspective of growing your business to the point where you don't have to be there every day. Just think about that.
I have. Mr. Rodney from Dream Clean, like, he does a lot of stuff, and he says, his wife and his office manager run the business, and he look for contracts, but most of the time he goes around doing stuff like
promotion.
Basically, he's not at the office. That's what I'm saying. He's doing other things that gave him a lot of free time. The business is set up and going.
Right.
And that's my dream, man.
That should be one of your goals. I didn't say the only goal, but to the point where you can be out, like you said, looking for more business, and that you're not out having to do the cleaning, but you have a team that is out there doing the quality service that you all have taught them and that you have engaged them in. But now you're out there looking for more quality opportunities, right?
Yes, sir. See, that's more light. Yes.
Yeah, and having that opportunity, like you said, to be able to go on vacation for a week or 2 or even a month. Just imagine being able to go on vacation for a month, but your team, you've set up a quality team that can run your business, that you don't have to be concerned, that you don't have to call every day, that things are in place. I mean, isn't that's some place to want to go and to aspire to?
Oh, yes, that's definitely ambition right there, and to see the people doing it. And that's what I love about you all. You're bringing a lot of people that can actually sponsor us in these areas and just, show a clear-cut path. Like, this is how you do it.
Right.
And anything, like, it's multifaceted. It's so many different businesses. Like, another thing, life insurance. And we was just talking
about that all the time.
I'm like, man, I never knew that. I know you needed something to pay for the funeral, but you all talking about life insurance where we can actually borrow like a no interest loan or a low interest loan from our own life. I'm like, man, the resources is what I'm trying to highlight.
Exactly.
That the chamber has, and that's what got me excited.
And you talk about life insurance. You never know if something will happen to you or happen to your wife.
Yes.
And if you have the insurance in place to help keep your business going, because that's your partner in crime.
Yes.
She's helping you run this business. Now you might have to find, or she may have to find somebody to replace you, or she will have to do it. So having that pad in place. And the other thing about when we talk about life insurance is the whole thing about when it's paid out, there's no taxes to the person that it's paid to. So it's a way of building wealth as well.
Yes.
So that's the other part of that. So what would you say has been the biggest challenge for you growing your business?
The biggest challenge, I think, is learning, taking the time, because right now I'm doing a lot of the work. We're in the field doing a lot of the work, but actually learning, like you all introduced me to this thing called the back of the office.
I always talk the back of the house.
The back of the house.
That's what
The
I
back
talk
of the
about
house,
all the time.
getting the technical support to get key factors in, because like so we just with the Miami-Dade small business unit. So we went through them and we just got in the pre-qualification pool. So now we're there. So we got to go back to them and ask them what's the next step. But thank God for the resources.
Right.
But you all let us know, yeah, you got a little cleaning thing going.
That's
but
great.
as being a business, there's so much more, like, because like they got subcontracts. Like Mr. Rodney was saying, like, I got some stuff I can give to y'all, but you got to get your back of the house in order. And we was thinking, what is the back of the house? I know the back of the house in the restaurant. So
Yeah, we
I'm
never
like
know it
lost
was
the
like that.
language.
Right,
Like
right.
learning the language and then actually putting these things in places, getting accountants and learning about QuickBooks and like going to that
There's no
next
marketing
level.
team.
That too, and
know?
advertisement, like getting these things in places and finding the time to do it. And it takes discipline because, and that's been my biggest challenge right there. Learning about that and doing, and like taking the time, because when you get off work, you're like, okay, another day of work. But no, it's more to it.
Right.
The business owners keep working when the office closed. You got to keep going.
And as I always say, as a business owner, you have to hunt. You don't eat unless you're out there hunting. You got to get up, you got to get out there, and you got to find it, and you got to keep it, and then you got to build those relationships. So it's not just about getting a job. You got to maintain that opportunity or that business. So you have to build that relationship with those persons that you are doing business for. So think about that from that perspective as well. It's not just to go in and clean or do whatever service that you're doing, but it's also building that relationship, getting to know those folks. That, like you said, those people who encourage you, said, wow, we want you to come and do this for us, or you provide quality service. So now build a quality relationship.
Okay.
So what's the future look like?
We think the future look great for us.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
So tell me about it.
Because as Donald said before, our clientele, they love our cleaning, and each person tell that person, and that person tell that person, and that's so.
So that's building the relationship.
Yeah.
And that's really great. So if someone wants to get in touch with you, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can reach out to us through either our website, southfloridaqualitycleaning.com, and they can actually book a cleaning over there, or they can just call the number, and it's posted on the website at 786-925-8727. And we answer the phone, and if we busy, we will call back the same day. And we pretty good with responding to the needs. Like sometimes next day or same day cleanings, we're there.
Okay. Again, I'm just excited about having our members on here and bringing them to you all. This has been the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. If you want to know more about the chamber, go to m-dcc.org. They told me you don't have to use www no more, because we know we have to do that. Or call us at 305-751-8648. Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection, as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org or call the Chamber at 305-751-8648.